Hi, today we're going to do some work, acupuncture with no needles and some new brain work to help you if you're experiencing vertigo or dizziness. But before we get started, please hit the subscribe button. And if you turn on the little bell, click on that, it's notifications. YouTube will let you know anytime I produce a new video. You don't want to miss them. The other thing I want you to do is click below this video where it says show more, because I have some things for you and they're things you want. The first is a free gift. It's something cool. When you click on it, you'll get a description. You can say yes or no to it. The second thing is an invitation to my private Facebook group just for you. So that is a place where I'm working live on a regular basis, and members, only members, have immediate access to over 60 hours of the live replays. It is a huge library of work. It's something really cool. You want it. So click show more. Now, the other thing that's down there is my disclaimer. And as with all my work, you have to have looked at my disclaimer. Proceeding to do any work with me means you've read it and agreed to it. You can pause me. I'm not going to start without you, I promise. All right, so let's do some work for vertigo and dizziness. Now, for those of you who follow my work, you know that we're going to be looking at the emotional things that are underneath this. And you may be going, well, why would there be anything emotional under there? Well, you may be surprised at the result you get. So leave me comments afterwards if you're suffering with dizziness. See how this work lands with you. So let's just start out here on the side of the hand and identify the problem. I'm really dizzy. My balance is off. I have vertigo. But I choose to be okay anyway, because I completely love and accept myself. Even though I think this may be just an inner ear problem, I allow myself to be open to the possibility that maybe there are some emotional things underneath it. And I choose to be okay anyway. So even though I have all this dizziness, I allow myself to relax because I completely love and accept myself. Good. Top of the head. There may have been some things in my life, one or more things, that really made me feel overloaded and overwhelmed. And they were hard things to look at. And it made me feel like I was just going around and around in circles because I didn't have any solution. I just couldn't cope with it. And so over time, this thing that I couldn't cope with, I got to where I just didn't even want to try. And I just flat out refused to even look at it. I got tired of going around in circles. And it made me feel scattered anytime I even thought about it. And I wonder if it's possible that when I got to the point where I just didn't even want to look at it or deal with it, that it may have resulted in some vertigo and dizziness. Because those feelings are still there, but I'm open to letting them go now. I wonder if I could forgive myself by understanding that my hanging on to these feelings of overwhelm that may have caused some vertigo came from a little part of me deep in my subconscious that was just trying to do its job by keeping me safe. And that little part of me said, okay, let's just don't look at that. But it set up some vertigo as a reminder so that I would eventually deal with it. And now I'm having vertigo. I honor that little part of me for keeping me safe. I give myself permission to understand that this thing that I can't cope with may not even have anything to do with me. And it is very likely something that I don't have the ability to change. So I forgive myself for being upset over it. It was a normal response. And now I'm open to the possibility that I can let go of feeling overwhelmed by it. Now that I understand it isn't my responsibility, I choose to let that go now. I allow myself to come back into balance mentally, emotionally, and physically. It's safe for me to come back into balance now. I no longer need to feel dizzy. I release the need to feel any sense of vertigo or imbalance because I do completely love and accept myself. I allow myself to focus on the things that I can do something about and to relax about the things that I can't. And to know the difference and to be okay with it. Maybe I'm meant to enjoy my life a little more than I have been. I give myself permission to do that now with balance because I completely love and accept myself. We're doing it under the arm there, sorry. Hold your wrist points. Peace. Okay, good. Now I want you to, we're going to do something to help your brain. We're going to first cause increased right-left brain activity, and then we're going to do something to boost neuroplasticity. So I want you to put your hands together, gently tap your fingertips, and say, I choose to come back into full balance now. It's safe for me to come back into balance. It feels really good to come back into balance now because I do completely love and accept myself. All right, now, because emotional states affect our tongue position, this is a reverse engineered technique that will use your tongue position to affect emotional state and brain activity. So the first thing we're going to do is put the tip of your tongue, and go ahead and do this while I talk, and behind your upper front teeth, and move it back just a little ways, and you'll feel a series of ridges there. I want you to put the tip of your tongue there, and the rest of your tongue, allow it to rest against the roof of your mouth. And just keep breathing, and we're going to do this for a count of 10. So go ahead and put your tongue in that position. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now the last thing we're going to do, keep tapping, take the tip of your tongue and put it as far back in the roof of your mouth as you can comfortably go. It may just be on your hard palate, but if you can touch the soft palate, that's great. So go ahead and put your tongue, the tip of your tongue there now. Keep breathing, and we're going to hold that for a count of 10. So go ahead and do that now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now relax your tongue. Take a big breath, blow it out, and we're all done. Good job. I'm proud of you. You did great. Now, be sure you've hit the subscribe button. Leave me a comment. I love to hear from you guys. I'm always creating new work every single week just for you. So, peace through unity for all of us. Mwah. I'll see you again really soon.